from a guy who didn't have the physical gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I had to use my tools to my best ability. So that means I had to understand the game inside the game. So I had to know the refs' names. I had to understand what rules I can bend, what rules are not bendable, where do the referees stand, so I know what moves I can use that they can't catch. He doesn't understand that part of the game. Right now, his game is all physical.
Is that a bad thing, though?
No. See, I'm not taking away from what he said. I'm saying if you guys have him number one or number two, and he does not understand this game yet, that is scary. Now, this is what I said, understand the game, too. Give him Tim Duncan's knowledge. Whole different player, isn't he?
Gilbert Arenas' comments, fair or foul?
I don't think they're either. I wouldn't call it fair or foul. I don't think it's accurate completely. I think that he should give Giannis better credit for understanding the game a little bit more than he has. But he wasn't insulting him. What he's saying is that his basketball IQ compared to some of the greats. Imagine once Giannis's knowledge of the game gets to that point to Gilbert Arenas' liking. You're seeing a guy that's averaging a minimum of 27 and 11 over the last 4 years. Giannis is a monster. He is something spectacular. But I also want to say this. Gilbert Arenas knows basketball. Gilbert Arenas, through a 3-year period, he averaged a minimum of 25 a game between 2004 to 2006. The brother could ball. Now, he had some issues, obviously, that were well documented that derailed his career to some degree, but he's done a great job on this podcast. I've actually been a guest on this podcast. He knows the game of basketball, and whether we agree or disagree with him, he's not coming from a place of ignorance. He understands the game. He articulates and elocutes his position on the game quite well. And actually, this is somebody that I'm going to invite on First Take during this upcoming season because he knows what the hell he's talking about. We don't have to agree on everything. Right. I don't agree with him about this. I think Giannis knows and understands the game of basketball a bit more than Gilbert Arenas is giving him credit for. But when Gilbert Arenas says it, it does give me cause to pause and make me say, okay, let me think about what he's talking about because I know Gilbert Arenas knows basketball.
It's the nuance, right? It's the nuance. It's like understanding the game within the game. And, you know, he's only 27 years old. And one thing I can know about Giannis is that he's going to work on his game. His game is going to develop and grow over the time. So I'm going to give Giannis the benefit of the doubt being 27 years old. They're saying there are other levels to his game. We don't really complain about Wilt Chamberlain and how he dominated physically. We don't, question his basketball acumen. But he was one of the best to ever do it. So Giannis can do that if he's just doing this on a physical standpoint.
Did Shaq know basketball? Or did he have Phil Jackson? Shaq was definitely the best player in those early 2000 runs, and he didn't have the highest IQ. He was just dominant. He was just big. I see what Gilbert Arenas is saying, but Giannis has proven that he's capable of being the best player in the NBA. He's won an MVP. He's won a Finals MVP. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year. And I don't think Giannis's IQ is that bad. He might take some ill-advised shots, but that's normally because he's working on his game. He's trying to master his craft. So when he takes a three-pointer, even though he's not the best shooter, that's because he's working on it, and normally he'll make some. So just because you're trying to get better at the game, and maybe you're not always making the best play, doesn't mean you're a bad basketball player or not a smart basketball player. Whenever LeBron makes the right play and finds the open man, people kill him for it. And then Giannis actually does take the shots, and then people say he doesn't know basketball, he doesn't find the open man. In today's league, you can't please anybody. So I think Giannis is a smart player. I think he knows the game of basketball well, and that's why he won a championship. He's done it on his own in the era of super teams. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is Giannis a high IQ basketball player? And leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more NBA content just like this. And I will see you in the next upload.